Hi, my name is Raja. Today I'm going to show you the basics of jQuery, how to include that in your HTML page and how to use that. Before learning jQuery, if you know HTML and CSS before, this course is perfect for you to learn jQuery. If you don't know HTML and CSS, I would highly recommend you to learn HTML and CSS first before learning jQuery. What is jQuery? jQuery is the JavaScript library and it's a cross-browser compatibility, which means sometimes all the HTML, CSS and JavaScript may not work in all the browsers consistently, and some browsers may have less features. In order to solve all the issues, you have to include jQuery so that you don't have to worry about cross-browser issue. It gives the consistent look and feel and behavior across all the browsers. Easy and fast to write and read. jQuery is it's easy to learn. It's short. It's fast to type, and also it's easy to understand someone's code. Why jQuery? You know, in any HTML page, whatever you see in the content, it's driven from HTML tags, and the style you see, the presentation you see, it's CSS. The jQuery is doing some interactions with the DOM to manipulate HTML elements. So now I'm going to show you how to include jQuery in your project and how to use that. What is the benefit of using jQuery? So now I'm going to open up text editor here. I'm using Sublime text editor, so you can use any text editor you want. I just created jQuery folder in there and also created a HTML file called index.html. Right now it's blank. I'm going to create HTML skeleton here. I'm going to change the title into jQuery basics, and inside that body I'm going to create the container div. Inside the container div I'm going to create 3 sections. Inside the sections there is a header and paragraph tag, and I'm going to quickly type those. Oops. Class is called container. Inside that main container div I'm going to create 3 sections. As you know, section is one of the HTML5 tags. So inside that, header tag and paragraph tag, I'm going to call it HTML and HTML content. I'm going to copy this section, paste in there twice, then change into CSS content, jQuery, and jQuery content. So let's see how this is going to look like in the browser. So here is HTML heading and paragraph tag, CSS, and so on. So now I'm going to add some style. As you know how to do that, I'm going to show you. I'm going to apply some style so that I can explain to you how we can manipulate those style using jQuery later. Inside that I'm going to say I want to select all the H1 tags and change the color into orange, and I want to select all the P tags, change the color to gray. Go back to the browser, refresh. Here it is. So you see two things, HTML and CSS. The HTML, the content you see, and CSS, the style to apply to that. Using jQuery, one of the main advantages of using that, you can create HTML and CSS dynamically, because right now it's static, right? We're adding the HTML here, we are applying style there. You can do both dynamically. Why do we need to create dynamic HTML and CSS? Because sometimes when you use when you create dynamic web pages using Ajax technology, luckily jQuery has Ajax inbuilt, so when we retrieve information or data from the server inside your jQuery DOM document ready function, you have the data but you want to present, so in that time you can add any div, any HTML tag, and you can apply any style to any HTML element, which is more powerful. Now I'm going to show how to add HTML element using jQuery. Before that, I'm going to show you how to include jQuery inside your project. I'm going to go to the browser and call it jQuery. I'm going to click that download jQuery button on the top right. I'm going to go all the way down. So the past releases, I'm going to click jQuery CDN, and I'm going to use the jQuery 2.x, the minified one. So then I'm going to copy the link from that address bar. I'm going to close that tab, go back to text editor. Below that, I'm going to create a script tag and source attribute and paste in there. So that's it. So now jQuery script included in our HTML page. I want to test if it's included correctly. I'm going to create another script tag. I'm going to create the onReady function. Basically, this function allows the web page to load the DOM before it starts executing that code inside here. So you don't want to run any code until the DOM is completely loaded. So that's why this event is it's for. So this event is making sure that the DOM is completely loaded. So now we can select and manipulate any element in the DOM. So before doing anything, I want to check whether this works fine. jQuery works. Go back to the browser. I'm going to refresh that, so you should see the alert box. There we go. It works fine. Go back to the text editor. I'm going to comment that out. All the code I'm going to write is going to be inside that. So this is kind of main container block. So now I have a container which is the parent element, and I have 3 section elements inside that. So I want to add one more end of that, the last one. So I want to add one more section after jQuery. So I'm a bit lazy, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go here to selecting any elements in using JavaScript the same way you select in CSS. So for example, if I want to select all the h1 in jQuery, I just use h1. The main difference is you just use quote $. If I want to select paragraph tag like that, but I want to select container because I want to append something inside that. So I have to get the parent container, which is container. Then I'm going to call the method append. this allows you to add any HTML after here, after this. So I'm going to paste in there. Since jQuery methods don't like the spaces, I have to just get rid of all the spaces here. So I'm going to change into PHP and PHP content. So right now this section is going to be added after the jQuery section. So let's see in action right there. So this added last. So if you want to add this in before HTML, there's other method you can use. I'm going to comment that out. It's called prepend. That's going to allow you to add any content in front of that container div, like that. There's another method where you can replace all the existing HTML tag inside the container with your new tag, new element. That's, you can use the HTML method. It's going to replace any HTML content inside that div with the new what we are giving here. I'm going to say web programming, web content, like that. So now when I refresh the page, all the content should be gone, replaced by this new section. It's going to have only one section because it's not appending, adding it. It's not adding, it's just replacing. There we go. So now I showed you how to successfully add HTML into your body using jQuery. I'm going to show you how to change the style using jQuery. So same way, I want to select all h1 tag and CSS, and I'm going to change the color. Pretty much the property is kind of similar, but the syntax is a little bit different. I want to change into green, and the same thing. I'm going to copy and paste there, and I'm going to change this into paragraph tag. Color is going to be red. So because jQuery is sitting on top of HTML and CSS, anything you do inside jQuery is going to be applied, because normally your HTML tag and your CSS style will be overwritten by jQuery. So what you see, the final result, which is in whatever you give in the jQuery. So there we go. We have a heading green color and content in red color. This is how you give style to the elements using jQuery. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next.